Alright, so, what's up, guys? It has officially been a year since I, got my dreads. April 11th, 2010. And, yeah, I'm happy. I'm glad I made it a year. I didn't honestly know if I would last. Originally, when I had started my dreads, I was like, oh, I'll keep them till, like, Christmas or whenever I have to deal with, like, family during the holidays. Because I didn't think they would be into it, but the family really liked them, so I'm definitely okay with that. And I kept my dreads, and here they are, a year later. Um, I was gonna do like this really cool like slideshow thing, and like show like the progression like month by month of my dreads, and like talk and like have like either talk about or like have some kind of writing, um, saying whether or like what I was doing at that time during my dreads. But I realized I don't have like any real pictures of my dread. I have like a handful of random pictures from like different events or whatever that I went to, but I don't know, not like any really good pictures of my dreads like over the year or whatever, over the year, and but I still have like all the stuff I was gonna write down and tell you guys. So I guess I figure I can just kind of go over all of that and just like talk through it, whatever. Uh, anyways, I started off my dreads. They're way too short. My I had only been growing out my hair for about a year, and I buzzed my head and then grew my hair out for about a year, and I had no idea how to start dreads. So I like backcombed, like I found something on like Dreadhead or like Naughty Boy or something. I don't even remember, and like waxed and backcombed, used rubber bands and like all that stuff. Like when I first got my dreads put in, but after I don't know, as soon as I did that, I actually was like, oh shit, I actually have to like figure out how to actually take care of these or whatever. I mean, I could have just left them alone and that would have been fine, but I don't know. I got really antsy and impatient in the beginning and like tried to find out like tons of different things I could do to my dreads to help them like mature quicker, and obviously not everything works. Most of it just, yeah. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. 2 months came around. I had stopped using wax. I was washing my hair like every week or two. Because I was just got so nervous every time I washed my hair because it always felt like my dreads were falling out. But it was just the process. I mean, I was gentle with them, but they were fine the whole time. They're still pretty loose, and I still have the rubber bands in, but like I said, no more wax. I was only palm rolling them to like that was the only kind of maintenance I did. And then around the third month, I started washing them more, and I don't know. Some of my dreads were maturing more like quicker than others. Like some were pretty thick, some were like, or not thick, like dense. Some were still really loose and fluffy. Some of them like had like different parts of them were all like I don't know. It was just weird. And I had gotten a like I think they call it a loose hair tool or something. It's just a latch hook, and I got it from Dreadhead, and I was using it to like pull some like big chunks of hair into my dreads, and that seemed to be helping at the time. About 4 months came around, and I took out all my rubber bands. So I was just sick of them, and I noticed my hair wasn't dreading like underneath them. I think they helped like with the overall dreading process, but if I were to do them again, I wouldn't use them. Uh, and like as soon as I took the rubber bands out, I really noticed my dreads like start to grow. Like I'm sure they did before, but I don't know. It took like until that point to really like visibly notice anything. That's also about the time that I got my crochet hook, and I was using those on my dreads, or using that on my dreads for a while. And I actually realized, not on purpose, but I used Congos, or I got a couple of Congos that kind of mark like a little timeline in my dreads or whatever. Like this, like right here when they joined was sort of about when I started crocheting my dreads, and hold on, you can see I can't, no, yeah. that's about right where I started crocheting my dreads. That's cool to like see like once my hair actually grows out, I can see like what the crocheting actually did in my dreads. And I have another Congo that I'll get to in a little bit. But I mean it's yeah. And then like after that, I just kind of like was general maintenancing, like palm rolling, crocheting, and like using that latch hook thing still for like the next like 5 or for like next from like months 5 to like 7 or whatever. They got tighter. I blunted my tips around the 4th month, and it really helped because my tips were like really funny. They weren't even like the loose like wispy tips. They were just mass like random hairs just sticking out like ridiculous at the end of my dreads. So I'm glad I tried blunting, or I blunted them all at least once, but they didn't, you know, they didn't all stick. So you know, like some of them fell out, some of them I worked back in, and then I finally just gave up, and I'm like, I just want my dreads to do whatever they want to do. So some of them actually still have blended tips, like though the ones in the front are pretty nice. And then I was just playing with one a second ago. I don't know where he went. Oh, this guy. You can see. Really nice blended tip. But, I don't know. I heard they trap water, so I don't know. I'm just leaving them. I'm not going to cut them out or anything like that. But I just make sure my dreads are really dry whenever I have to. Like months 8 to 10, I started washing them a lot less because it got cold out, and I really liked, you know, washing my dreads and just like taking a walk in the sun and just having them like sun dry. It was like the most, I don't know, it was really nice. They got cold and like I don't know, it was just miserable, so I just stopped washing my dreads as much because I couldn't, like, they just took forever to dry because it wasn't hot. There was no, I couldn't go outside and let them dry in the sun because they just freeze. But I ended up using a blow dryer, and they were really frizzy. I didn't really like using a blow dryer, but I don't know, it got the job done. I kind of stopped like most of my maintenance around like the 10th month. Like I stopped using the crochet hook, I stopped using the latch hook, and I don't know, I kind of stopped palm rolling for a while too, but I don't know, I've recently picked back up on that, and it seems to be really helping my dreads, especially like when like in the drying process after I wash them, just like making sure you like after you like squeeze and like wring them all out and everything, palm rolling each individual dread gets a ton of the water out, and it's, I don't know, it seems to help them lock up and like solidify a lot better, and they're not nearly as fluffy after I wash them that way. Oh yeah, like that other Congo I was telling you about. This little guy right here barely started. You can't even really see. Yeah, he's got like an inch or so. I don't know. I probably didn't even show that well. I had to look the other direction. But I don't know. I started him right about the time that I stopped using my crochet hook, so as he forms, I'll see how much nicer the dreads are when I don't use a crochet hook, because I don't know, I liked the crochet hook in the beginning. It, you know, it seemed to make my dreads like help along like the density of and it pulled in a bunch of loose hairs, but after a while, I don't know, maybe it was just loose hairs getting worked out naturally. That's where I'm gonna find out for myself. Like, people say things, but I just want to find out for myself regardless. Like a bunch of loose hairs of the loose hairs just kept on popping out, and I don't know, I'm thinking maybe it locked in some of the hairs and probably ended up ripping some others, and those were like, it was just, I don't know, not counterproductive, but yeah, I guess it would be counterproductive. Like, it helped a little bit, but it also just fucked up other ones. So I just stopped using the hook, and I'm gonna, you know, this dread right here, this Congo, is my little experiment to see exactly the difference between the two. And cause yeah, around the 11th month, I stopped using shampoo to wash my hair. It just seemed to take forever to dry with it, and I don't know, I just stand and like rinse my dreads out really well for about, I don't know, it probably ends up being like 10 minutes, like scrubbing my scalp down really well. And I mean, my hair's pretty clean still, it doesn't smell, thank God. And I mean, a bunch of other people that I've seen with threads, or well, on YouTube, have said that they don't use shampoo either, they just wash it with water. So that's another one of my little tests that I'm doing right now. Yeah, and that brings us up to date. At the moment, I'm just palm rolling my dreads, letting them grow naturally. I guess it's always growing naturally. That's not what I meant. Not doing like any like maintenance with hooks or any other products or anything like that. So I don't know. I'm happy right now. They're getting long. I was looking at some of my old videos and I looked so ridiculous with the short dreads. I can't wait till they're like even longer. I'm glad it's summer too, because over the winter I had the huge problem that, you know, dreads don't sit well, or they were sitting on like my shoulders and stuff. Like when I would wear hoodies, they would always like bend out at, like this at the bottoms, and then like whenever I would like take off my hoodie or whatever, my dreads would still be like that, and it just looked kind of funny. So I'm glad that you know, it's springtime again and I don't have to wear a hoodie. I can walk around in a t-shirt and my dreads will lay mostly straight, which is cool. I've been having a lot of trouble with this dread. Not anything like, no actual serious problems. It just, I don't know, he never knows where to lay. Like, he started over here, and I had a middle part, and I didn't really like it that much. So I ended up moving him over here, and he was like kind of resting in front of this guy. I don't like that. He was short enough, and he just like stayed there, and I'd like tuck him behind my ear, and then he worked his way like behind this guy. So now he was just sitting like this, and I really liked how my dreads looked with that weird little part thing going on. But I don't know. Lately, he's just decided that he just wants to hang out in the middle of my face like this. And I don't know. I've been putting him back a lot, and he'll actually like stay back there, which is cool. But oh yeah, there he goes. Whenever I do anything, he just falls forward. I don't really know what else I have to talk about. Just look at my hair. I don't know. I also have this other Congo over here somewhere. He's come along. I don't even remember when I started him, but he doesn't really have any. He doesn't really have any like significance or anything like that. He's just a Congo. There's something else I was gonna say. Oh yeah, because of this Congo and his lack of significance, I might pick up some of my hooks again, and you know, just to add some flavor to my dreads, and just kind of make a little twist in him, and I'll see if like I can like work the tips together or whatever, and let me finish this. I don't know. Yeah, and see if he'll stick or whatever, and like if it'll last through a wash, and if it doesn't, I'll just take it out. But I don't know, just something to add kind of some flavor to my dreads. It's like putting something like this in. I don't know. It was just something I was thinking about. But who knows? I also meant to dye my dreads at some point, but that didn't happen, and I honestly don't know if I will. I kind of like them like this. But I do need to get some beads, so I'll probably be on a bead hunt for the next month or two to try and find some good ones. Anyways, it looks like this is a ridiculously long video. I have no idea how I ended up managing to talk this much, but I guess I will see you guys next month, or actually no, I might make a video showing me putting that twist in my hair, or in that Congo, but I don't know. See you guys